Right, here we go again. This is Coach Dixon, Just Throw It, Texas, coming back to you on our terminology overview. Usually I stop and talk about transition and everything of quarterbacks and what they need to do and what they're not doing. But today I'm just going to get into my sermon. Terminology overview, coverage family, open, middle of the field open, mofo, closed, middle of the field closed, mofuck. Okay? Now that sounds crazy. What it is. Coverage type. Man coverage, zone coverage, heat zone coverage, heat man coverage. You'll learn what that is. Don't worry about it. We're going to get into it. Terms to know. Funnel. Funnel coverage. Funnel is the starting coverage where there is an external defender for the receiver. Example, 3 for 2, resulting in a man-to-man, a whole player. Weak rotation means the coverage is rotating to from the weak to the strong. Robber, which is my favorite. It's my favorite coverage, robber. Robber zone players, meaning there is an extra underneath robber defender. He usually is the rat or the hole player. Hole zone player, meaning there is an extra underneath hole defender. Tamper coverage, meaning there is a defender running in the middle of the seams. Tamper 2, but it's also a tamper 4. Slot C, a corner meaning closed slot. Slide corner is playing over the slot to the open side. A lot of these high schools love to do that around here. They'll have one cornerback and back 10 yards, other one right up on him, you know. I never really understood that, but they like that. Trail technique. Trail technique is a technique used by the secondary player, meaning they are playing behind and it's one inside the hip of the receiver. Especially like outside linebackers, they like to do that. They play that trail. Cloud, meaning there is a cloud corner here is primarily upon the receiver and presses the flat responsibility. Double. Double is a coverage term that refers to 8 players in a coverage. Any coverage that has a double, it might be the defenders of dropping 8. Okay, as we look at that, coverages. Just throw it, Texas. Here we go. Coverage family breakdown. Personal group and base, 7. Family, open middle of the field. The blitz man coverage, cover 0. Extra term, none you need to know. But you better learn this. You're getting ready to get blitz. Whenever you come up with a cover 0, you finna get blitz. Especially if it's on a hash, they blitzing. All right, cornerbacks are to the inside because no help to the outside. Strong safety is over your wide because they got a tight end. He's playing to the inside. Middle linebacker, he's playing basically on the outside or in the middle of the field. He got man-to-man with that halfback. Your Willie and Sam linebackers is probably blitzing. Free safety, he's up or 5 yards back or man-to-man up on your that flanker, and that X is being played man-to-man by the cornerback. The cornerback is to the inside. All the people to the inside. Why? They have no help. They want you to go outside. They want to keep you from getting in the middle of the field. You know, and this is a cover 2. Basically with a 4-3. Now, as you're looking at this one, this is 3-by-1. Cover 0, 3-by-1. Look at the cornerbacks. They're to the outside. To the inside. Strong safety to the inside. Free safety's over the Y. He's to the inside. Middle linebacker in the middle of the field. He's going to play your halfback. And remember, cover 0, they can all be played bump and run. They can all be played bump and run. They can all be 5 yards back. You know, because all this is a shade until you actually hike their ball to see if they're on your people. All their eyes is looking straight at you. Their eyes is not on the quarterback. They're looking straight at their wide receiver or the people they guarding. They might turn their head to try to fool you, but when that ball is snapped, their eyes are straight on that person. They're watching every movement. Okay, here we go. Let's look at a 4-3, 3-by-1, cover 1, 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, Mike, the middle, Willie, the strong side linebacker, Sam. Willie is weak. This is Sam. Strong safety, 2 cornerbacks, free safety in the middle of the field. And as you look at that, middle of the field closed. That safety's in the middle of the field, so that is considered closed. If it's nothing in the middle of the field from where that center is lined up, that's what they're looking at. And them guards and tackles. If nobody's standing there, it's open. If somebody's in between there, those first 3 people, guard, tackle, center, guard, and center and the guards, that's bad fella. It's closed if somebody's there. If somebody's not there, it's basically open. Now, that cover 1, have you noticed, now they're playing cornerbacks to the outside. They can be 7 yards off that line. They can be 2 yards off the line of scrimmage. They can be right up on it where they can smell his breath. They can play bump and run. Okay. As you look, they're to the outside. I wonder why. Quarterbacks, defensive people. Why are these cornerbacks and the strong safety playing to the outside, and the safety and the Sam? Because he has help to the inside. They have help to the inside. So they prefer you to go inside. They have nothing to the outside. They man to man. If you got good quarterback and wide receivers, you can beat man to man all day. If those athletes on that defensive side is better than yours, and they can cover you, and they know how to bump you and hit you, and to keep your body from getting certain directions, not letting you to the outside or to the inside of them, you're in trouble. And they're going to blitz you. But like I say, if you line up on that hash mark, 3rd down, 5-10 yards to go, they in a man-to-man coverage in cover 1, you are getting ready to get blitz. Halfback, quarterback, coaches, if you don't know, now you know you know. You're getting ready to get blitz. Quarterbacks, as you get older, more mature, and more responsibility, they're going to have you control the blocking assignments of the line. You got left call, right, Ricky, Lucy, whatever they want to call it, they're going to have you to shift that line. Center going to call out the mic for you can see him. You need to know where the mic is. You need to know in the middle of the field, it's open or closed. And whatever you do, Please check the scoreboard. Don't be out there trying to throw. You need 15 yards on third down and you throwing a 3-yard pass. It don't make any sense because you don't know where you are. You ain't looked at the clock. Everybody on that offense should be looking at the clock to see where they got to go. See how much time they have, what they got to do, and how much time they got to do it in. Now, let's look at cover 1 to the opposite side. Defensive personnel, you in a 3-4 now. And your offensive formation, 3-by-1. That's 3 receivers on one side, 1 on the other side. You the coverage, cover 1. Now look, the strong still goes over there to the flanker. The Sam or the strong linebacker lines up out to the outside of the Y or the tight end. The other cornerback is to the inside, to the outsides. They love to blitz. Anything in man-to-man, they love to blitz. They got the Mike playing the halfback, and the Jack is blitzing. The weak is blitzing. They could be doing stunt. They could be doing loop around the American blitz. They can do all kinds of stunts and blitz out of here. The nose tackle can come around to the C gap, and the end can come around in the B gap, or the A gap. The Mike could go into the A gap on the opposite side. The nose, the front 3 can slant. And the Mike and the Jack can go through the opposite gaps. The end and the Willie can transfer places. They can loop. The end can go around. The end can go to the C gap, and the Willie can go into the B gap. Okay, and we're looking at this. Defensive personnel, they're in a 4-3. It's a 2-by-2 formation. And this we call is cover 1, funnel. See, the defensive backs are to the outside. They're going to funnel that receiver. They're going to push him in, if they can, to the inside. Because they have help back in the middle of the field. See that free safety? It is closed. He's playing a little bit over to the hash marks. But he's going to close that. As soon as the ball is hiked, he's getting back and he's getting in the middle of that field. He's playing center field. Look at the Sam down here and the Mike linebacker and the Willie linebacker. He's going to funnel that receiver to the inside. Look at the Mike. The Mike has that halfback. Strong safety has that halfback. Safety has that tight end. Look at the Sam. He got the running back and the tight end also. Depends what he do. If that tight end goes to the flat, that Sam linebacker is picking him up. If the tight end goes up the middle and run that hash, that strong safety is picking him up. And the Mike is going to the middle to play the whole player. If that halfback runs a arrow or to the outside, that Mike is going to pick him up, and the strong safety is going to take the middle. And he's going to be the whole player in case you try to run something back into the middle. If the tight end Y stays in block, you best believe that Sam linebacker is coming. If the halfback stays in block, you best believe that Mike is coming. and that strong safety is going to the middle of the field. If you stand in block, both of them stand in block, you best believe the Mike and that Sam linebacker are getting ready to blitz you. Now, basically same thing. This time they're lining up in a 3-4, 2-by-2. Coverage is corner funnel. Playing to the outside, cornerback, weak linebacker. Check. Middle, strong safety. Strong safety headed to be the hole player. So that must mean they're really going to play a robber defense. The jack is picking up the halfback. If he runs to the outside, the jack linebacker is going to pick him up. If he runs in the middle linebacker is going to pick him up. And the jack linebacker is probably going to blitz. If the Y or the tight end comes to the middle linebacker is going to pick him up. If he runs to the outside, the strong safety is going to pick him up. They're going to try to funnel everybody else into the middle of the field because they have help. The safety, the middle of the field is closed. I love the robber defense because if you're a strong safety or a free safety, it depends. You can get a lot of interceptions, especially when they're throwing the ball across the middle, or over the middle. Even some slants. Tidying up the seams. Okay? Looking at the true cornerbacks. They are basically playing to the outside. Why? Because they have help in the inside. And if you look at the middle of the field, after you have watched and looked at the clock to see how much down the distance and time you have, you look at the middle of the field. It looks open. All right? We're still playing cover one. But that middle of the field open is two safeties back there. About 12 to 13 yards from the line of scrimmage. Okay? You have the wheel. He's man-to-man up on your halfback. You have the defensive end, a nose, a tackle, and another end. The strong end is lined up next to your tight end, the Y. You have a 3-by-1 formation. The Mike is playing to the outside shoulder of the tight end, and the Sam linebacker is playing the outside shoulder to your flanker, and or a fullback, and your other cornerback is playing to the outside shoulder of the Z because they want his butt to go to the inside. They want to redirect or funnel you to the inside. And if you get back on your pre-snap read and you see, oh, it's cover two man. Okay, then as you take your first 2 steps back and you see the strong safety moving to the middle of the field, you need to get your eyes on him because he's the robber. And the free safety becomes a center fielder. If you want to throw in the middle of the field, you better look off that strong safety to the middle of the field, look him off, look to the left, to the right, and come back to there. If you just throw the ball straight in there, he's going to intercept it. If you want to throw deep, get your eyes on that free safety, moving with your eyes so you can try to throw some of them shots down the field. It's man-to-man. You can throw quick slant on here. You can beat him. You can throw a go route. You can break off to a good post, then corner. Anything where you think your athlete is better than their athlete, you can beat them. But if their athlete's better than your athletes, you're in trouble. Now, defensive personnel is 3-4, 3-by-1. Coverage is cover one, robber. Now you to the left side, you got 3 receivers on the left. You have a tight end, he's connected to the line. You have 2 people off the line. You have the X over here on the line. You got the 2 cornerbacks playing to the outside shoulder. Safety, outside shoulder, is going to funnel him in. Mike linebacker is playing not over the tight end, but to the outside because he wanted to knock him to the inside. The Jack linebacker is playing the halfback. The weak or Willie linebacker, he's setting up to blitz. So now he's the 4th person on the line. And as you look at that, you have 2 safeties in the middle of the field. It looks like a covered 2 man. But when you hike the ball, the strong safety gets to the middle of the field and the free safety becomes the center field. So now you're in the robber. Cover 1 robber. Now, defensive personnel in the 4-3. 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers. 4 down line, in, tackle, or nose, tackle, in. Cornerback, Sam, Mike, Willie, cornerback. 3 linebackers. 4 defensive backs. Then a 2-by-2 situation. So that middle linebacker is more in the middle. He's not like the Jack. Remember, the Jack was swung to the outside, but he's more in the middle because he's a Mike. Know who's the middle linebacker? Point him out. Center should point him out. So here they go. They still want to funnel you to the inside because they're on the outside. Whenever you're on the outside, they want you to go inside. And look at the robber, middle of the field, open or close. Open. When you hike the ball, what happens? It closes. The robber takes effect. This time the free safety comes down. Strong safety takes center of the field. Man to man.